Nice.
I haven't played like that in so long. Let's do it again.
Let's not. Let's not. Ever. Blizzard's done a pretty extraordinary job here, team. Blizzard has done a pretty extraordinary job. Good day to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the TDP, which is the Death Knight Party. That's what we're going with today. We are going to be playing some Frosty K. I had twofold things to do today. One, Frosty K, and two, we're going to take a look at the most beautiful and the most irritating dungeon that Blizzard has created in Shadowlands. You'll definitely see why. One of the things I really wanted to try out today was Rune of Hysteria. I hadn't had a good place to try this out, but as we are going to be playing the Breath of Sindragosa, it makes sense to give this a try, which is affixes your rune weapon with a rune that increases maximum runic power by 20, and your attacks have a chance to increase runic power generation by 20% for 8 seconds. So I've paired that up with Razor Ice for now, rather than going super special. We got a little all-star cast here. We got Finn in here, we got Bane here, we got Ross in here, and our actual only true pug is our friend You're here. He's our only actual pug who's in this dungeon, and the reason for that is pretty simple. There's still not enough people on the Alpha Blizz in order to do dungeon testing and stuff. It's just not a thing right now. It's a little sad, but it is what we would like. So we would like more people to play around with. Now, once again, I will remind you, if you're looking for some Kyrian stuff, is that they are still, as of right now, disabled in the alpha to use abilities inside of the dungeons. I'm really sorry. I'm not sure why that is the case, but it is the case. So I can't do much about that. I wish I could. I don't think I can even grip this guy to stop him doing this overgrowth. No, I can't, which is a little bit of a shame. It would be nice. The overgrowth is definitely a pain in the ass. So we are in the... What's it called, this place? It's got a very strange name. It's like Minis... I was going to say something from Lord of the Rings then, but that's absolutely not what it's called. It is... Let me check it. Let me double check. It is called the Mists of Turner Scythe. That's correct. The Mists of Turner Scythe. And the Mists of Turner Scythe is the Ardenweald, which is a zone that is not yet available on the alpha. It should be made clear to you guys. It is not yet available in the alpha. The Mists of Turner Scythe is the Ardenweald dungeon. You can see they got this Ardenweald skybox. Don't worry if you're like, show more, show more. There's some really, really gorgeous vistas that are going to be coming up in a little while here. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything, but it is beautiful. It is absolutely astonishing. I did call it annoying, though, so a little bit of knowledge about this dungeon in particular is that... I'm going to use my dragon here because this is a rather large pack. The annoying part for me is I do not like the very, very... I hesitate to use the word weeby, but the very weeby voice, squeaky voice, you know what I'm talking about. We did die there, even with AMS up, which is a little unfortunate. You know the voice I'm talking about. You know what I mean. I don't need to explain it to you. You know what I'm talking about. And this dungeon has part of that. Now, that's one part of the annoying thing, at least for me subjectively. I find that a little irritating. But there's also the other part, which is annoying. And that is the maze. So this is the shortest dungeon Blizzard is going to be giving you in here, like in terms of boss count. This only has 3 bosses. Most of the dungeons have 4 bosses, and there is one dungeon that has 5. So this is the small 3-boss dungeon. So you might think it's going to be like More of Souls, something like that. Maybe. It is pretty quick once you understand what is going on in here. That is for sure. It is pretty quick once you understand what is happening. However, that should not be taken lightly. Let me put it that way. That should not be taken lightly. As we get our little Breath of Sindragosa going here. Try and burn these down. Let's grip this guy in. Because in here, there is a maze. Yes, there is a maze and there's a boss that is going to try and play dodgeball with you, as well as spot the difference. Okay, we're going to be coming up on the first boss in a moment. You can make your own mind up of it. We figured it out, but I'm not going to lie. As experienced as we are as well, like, spotting all the differences wasn't that easy. We had to try out different things, but once we figured it out, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. but it's not as obvious as you might think. It really isn't as obvious as you might think. It's going to evolve different shapes, different colors. Are those shaded? Different... You'll see. You'll see. We're going to get there soon. No need to overdwell on it. But so we have that to deal with, which could slow this whole thing down in the eyes of many people. There's definitely that possibility that that is going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see when you get there to see what you think of it. I suspect a week or something will come out if people really struggle with it, but it is something you're going to have to think about while doing this. So as we come up here, this is going to be our first boss, Ingra Maloch. Ingra Maloch is a boss that is... Basically, we're going to kill the ad, and then we're going to kill Ingra, and then we're going to kill the ad again, and then we're going to kill Ingra. It's quite a lot going on, but the general summary of it is exactly that. I do consider this dungeon, you've probably noticed already with the layouts of the trash and stuff, that they are not the easiest trash combinations. Let's put it that way. They're not the easiest trash combinations. So, although I'm sure that at an MDI level or a group as organizers that will find very, very quick ways through here, I think some pugs will definitely struggle with managing that, even though it is a pretty short dungeon. So let's get started here. We're going to be killing this rather lanky tree man. You can see the kind of view we're going into later there, by the way. Very cool. Oh, we bloodlusted at the start. I'm not going to do... I have my cooldowns, but I'm not going to use them there. We don't want to bloodlust this part, but that's okay. I think that is our hunter that did that. So we have to watch our feet a little bit. Man, I wish I had a teleport right now. I will. I got to do a different TDP where we talk about a lot of the response we've had to the Covenant thing, because some people got some very good points, some people not so much. And a lot of the feedback we've had has definitely been from people who haven't played it. So it makes it very difficult. Let's breathe on this guy. Let's pop a dragon on him. This is where we're actually killing the boss. One thing I want you guys to pay attention for if you're looking for Frosty K, imagine some of you are like, hey, why aren't you playing two-handed? And you're absolutely right. Two-handed is back. It is something you can play with. It's the same. Like, it plays pretty much the same. Like, there's not that much difference to be had. I forgot my ghoul. I do need to get used to having a ghoul as Frosty K these days. I'm going to circle around here. It is in the game, but it doesn't feel yet that they've got it right. It still feels like there's a little bit of a ways to go. I can't death grip that guy, unfortunately. So it just feels like it does less damage. It also feels a little slower, and that might be something that comes over time. It might just be me. I mean, I'm talking about feeling that way, right? I'm talking about feeling that way rather than having some sort of scientific testing methodology. I don't really have that yet, and they have disabled all form of damage meters, so it makes it a little harder for me to speculate on it, but it definitely feels a little slower as we punish this boss down and head towards the maze. But it is something that's in the game. But one thing I really want you guys to pay attention to is it's either going to be tomorrow's video or the day after. It's one of our much larger videos. Finish the boss off. It's one of our much larger videos. There is a priest covenant ability. I think it's the Night Fae one. Pretty gorgeous, right? Isn't that cool? It's pretty gorgeous. It's pretty gorgeous. I know it's the Night Fae one where they could give you resource. Okay, so we were, and by resource I mean runic power, rage, energy. They can give you resource. Holy priests in particular can spam prayer of healing and just give you so much. Oh no, prayer of healing is cooldown reduction. Priests have a spell that does a number of different things. If they spam shields on you, it gives you resource. So Rapture Dispriests. Oh, here's the picture, by the way. Right, so you can see we've got a flower that's coloured in, flower not coloured in, leaf with a circle, and leaf without a circle. And someone chose the wrong one. So if you walk into the wrong one, it resets you back to the beginning. So it should...
Oops, don't get lost.
Full... It's this one. Right, it's this one. Just so you know, it's this one because this wasn't filled in. The flower wasn't fully shaded. Okay? That's how you figured that out. So that's the kind of stuff you have to look for, is what is the difference here? Is there a difference? You know? You do have to pay attention to those things and see exactly what that difference is. as you do this kind of stuff. It's pretty important that you get it right, honestly, because it starts slowing your dungeon down massively. Anyway, so we were definitely interested, so we moved to the next one. Sorry, I'm getting confused, because I'm not getting confused, but I just want to make sure you guys see the differences. So flower, circle, not shaded in. Leaf with nothing. And we go back this way. Now, you can see the mobs through there. That does not mean it's the correct way to go. Leaf fully shaded in.
No fooling you.
Yep, they sussed it out. So that's how the maze works. There's a number of different things. Sometimes it's the one without a circle. Sometimes it's the one that's fully shaded in. And also, sometimes this is bugged. We have had it where it's just, we've had to try them all because there's no difference. You would probably say that's just probably because you're a bad Mike, right? No, we checked, you know, it's not that. It's not that. Sometimes it is actually bugged. Anyway, we were curious as to how this would be. Like a warrior and execute, right? What if a priest started just spamming rage into that warrior? That is extreme. That is definitely extreme. However, a DK with Breath of Sindragosa with a Disc Priest spamming shields and some with that cooldown gives you at least in this gear right now, a triple length Breath of Sindragosa. I'm not joking. It's so extreme. It is so extreme. Like, the difference is crazy. Your runic power just, like, stays at 100. It's one of those things that we're definitely like, are we okay with this, please? Are we okay? I don't know, man. I don't know. This feels a little strong. It feels very crazy. It feels very crazy. So it's one of those things you might look forward to as a Frost DK, especially if you're someone who likes Breath of Sindragosa. Not everybody does. Understandable. Everybody does. Now, I have been ignoring the elephant in the room, haven't I, guys? And that is the voice you're hearing. This is one of the things I find so insane. It's so cutesy. I'm not an edgelord, as many people have been pointing out, because I don't like this stuff. I'm not an edgelord, so we got a circle leaf shaded, an unshaded leaf with no circle, a flower, I should say, and a shaded circle. So it should be this one. Yep.
Hooray! You're almost there.
And again, that was because the leaf wasn't shaded. So we're almost at the boss. This is, of course, Legend of Zelda, The Lost Woods. We know. For those of you fans of The Legend of Zelda, this will not be that strange to you to have to deal with these kind of things. I do wonder how pugs are going to get on with it. That is always my fear with these kind of things. Is this a pug nightmare? Maybe you guys could be like, oh god. Oh god, like this is the worst. I'm dreading this already. But hopefully I've shown you like how exactly it is done. You can leave markers. In our first runs, we literally left markers. And okay, that was a little odd. You can see I have Death and Decay. I'm reasonably convinced, again, no damage meters, that this is not worth using unless you have Night Fae Covenant. Because the Night Fae Covenant changes the Death and Decay into a spell called Pestilence and makes it pretty goddamn powerful. So I'm not sure, but I'm kind of throwing it down just to, one, show that it is there. And, you know, this is something that Frost DKs have now. This is fun, running back. I mean, I'm pretty sure the dude's supposed to run away with the circle. It might be on the pets. I think it is on the pets. Yikes. That's scary. Scary stuff. What do we got? We have shaded leaf, shaded flower, and unshaded leaf. So it should be the flower. The flower is the only one. There's only a flower. It should be that one. Oh, is this one? It should be the flower. What? It should be the flower.
No fooling you.
Wait, the rest were all leaves. You see, this is what I mean, man. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was this one. I can't remember what that one was. I think it was a leaf, though. It should have been the flower, I'm pretty sure, right? Anyway, here's the boss. Here's the voice.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Aren't we? Aren't we? I'm sure some of you are already going, ugh.
Bet you can't dodge this.
Right, we need to be a little careful with cooldowns here. I have popped them, but She's going to disappear.
Will you play with me?
Yeah, she wants to play patty cakes. Yes, she wants to play patty cakes. Like, what do you want me to say?
One of us is not like the
Okay,
other.
now we have to play the game with the maze here. So we got Leaf. It's the shaded one. Yeah, this is the only one without shading. So it's no good, even if you let everybody do the boss. Even if you do let everybody else do the boss, or do the maze, where you kind of quietly do that thing where you sit at the back like,
Can't not say.
yeah, you guys do it, it's fine, it's fine, I'll just let you guys do it. Even if you do that,
You.
yeah, you're gonna get in trouble.
Which one's the real me?
Which one's the real me? Here we go. I really wish you would stop talking like that. I don't know. It's this one. It's the circle. Yeah, it's the only one that's the flower.
You found me. Great job.
Oof. I was looking for something else then. Hopefully we can finish her off now. It's hard to see exactly which way she's facing for the dodgeball.
Special game.
The dodgeball is literally she throws something at you and gives you a load of damage. Not good. Not good.
Let's play.
No! Just die! I hate you! Oh, God. There's this one. The only shaded one.
Here I am.
God, it's just so infuriating. Thank you. Get out of here. Oh, boss number 2 down. Like,
I haven't played like that in so long. Let's do it again.
let's not. Let's not. Ever. Ever. Now, what you can do for us is reveal as the RP goes on here.
Okay. No more mists.
Yeah?
Hey, this doesn't look right.
Blizzard's done a pretty extraordinary job here, team. Blizzard has done a pretty extraordinary job. They really have. They really, really have. Isn't this gorgeous? It's some of the best. I mean, we always praise the art team, don't we? We always praise the art team, but Jesus. It's skips! We're skipping? Oh, he's cheating. Go on, Finn. Where's mine? I haven't got slow fall. Grip me, 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 grip me. Nice. He just didn't bother. Just smiley face. Well, I think they're gonna wipe. They have no healer or anything. Right, let's just bring the trash. We bring. We bring. We bring. You're gonna do us like that. We bring the trash. We bring it. We bring it. I'm just gonna do a small breath on these. Well, yeah, I would certainly watch out for when that resource comes in. Priests are gonna hate you, like genuinely. Oh, there's that Hysteria rune. Are we noticing a dramatic impact in runes? You see, it's up, Rune of Historia. Not really. Hard to say in this gear, though. Hard to say in this gear. I do feel like it would be the best choice. If we were Venthyr, it would be easy. Right? Amen. As a slight note on it, because I know many people are talking about it right now. Remember, like, as we pointed out in that video, we put it out because we're a little scared. I'm not going to lie. We're a little scared that our biggest fears appear to be coming true. And for many people who've contacted me going, it's not my biggest fear. I know. It is for a lot of us, though. Not a small percentage. Like, not a tiny percentage. Woo, Finn. Almost. No, we need to stop the shield. Stop the shield. Stop the madness. I hope Finn dies. I'm going to Death Pact. That acid spray is really pointing literally everywhere. It is a big fear. And if it doesn't... It's hard to... it's very hard right now to explain to people who don't play in those kind of environments just how big of a deal this is. And that's the truth of it, is you're trying to talk to a lot of people. We obviously have a large audience. And that varies massively from people who never raid and don't do High Mythic Plus, all the way to the guys who do, you know, the extreme end game of the content. And the problem with conversations like this is you're trying to address people as best you can, which the best way I can is via creating videos. And there are a lot of people who, frankly, just don't really get it. And there are a lot of people who do get it but don't care, which is, again, it's a different argument. So it's no, I do, you know, I've had this conversation with some good players who are like, you know what, I do get it, but we'll be okay. I'm like, well, of course we'll be okay, right? Of course we'll be okay. That's not the point. It's going to be hassles, and then when we got into deeper conversations, they've all agreed that, yeah, it's going to be horrible. And I'm like, well, why should we be okay with horrible? And they're like, well... I kind of don't care, but in the same way I do care. The people who seemingly understand this issue and care the less are the guys who are going to already roll 4 of the same class. They're like, I've already worked around it. That's their mentality. They've already farmed the corruption. We are our last boss to tread over. So it's a difficult discussion to have because it ranges from people who don't understand why it would be a problem. Surely, you know, this isn't that big of a deal. And we're like, it really, really is. Not just making this up, you know. I don't think I've had the Hysteria proc. Oh, it's up now. Okay, we got it during breath. Nice. This is a decent breath. Nice. I mean, we didn't kill it or anything, but it was decent. I'm going to save my dragon. You might be like, where's dragon? This thing's going to spawn some pretty awful ads that are going to chase people. In fact, it looks like they're chasing me, so let's kite them through one spot. He got a death strike off that. Nice. Oop, get out of that. I got a sacrificial pact on the ghoul there. Are they chasing me again? Rhyme proc. Rhyme proc for days. Nice. These ads really are pretty awful. I can't stop them all. Alright, let's finish the boss off. Very cool boss. Kind of wonder how heavy on CC this thing's going to be on Tyrannical. That thing's going to be a big old son of a bitch, that's for sure. That thing is going to be a big old son of a bitch. It's a beautiful dungeon though, isn't it? I sometimes just feel like when I'm running this dungeon, oh, socket, let loot be loot. I didn't even think about the socket. Cloth verse mastery. Yikes. What the fuck is this? What is this? As we close out, let me just get the... I know the place where you get the most beautiful spot in this dungeon. I have researched and done around to create thumbnails and stuff. But we're going to go up here. Agi cloth. Oh, I didn't realize, yeah. Agi cloth. Needless to say, don't panic. Loot's obviously not finished. There's a ways to go yet. As I position us up here and just present this dungeon to you like this. I would say it's very early in the Shadowlands and we have concerns. That's pretty much it. We have concerns. We feel it's right to voice those concerns. I understand where Blizzard's coming from with like, just wait till we do the whole thing. It's like, that's fine. But that could be months down the line and, the game is on a timeline. It's better to just say, just letting you know. you know? It's just letting you know this is something we're worried about. This is a legitimate thing. And, you know, if you've already solved it, fine. Then we'll be happy. We'll be happy. I'll be more than happy to be wrong. That'll be great. But until that day, we'll wait. But, yeah, I'm not going to lie, Blizz. You still got me tempted with scenes like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.